Alright, so I'm finna get ready to go to bed, but I want to show y'all. I'm finna fill my gap in. I'm finna show y'all what I do. So this is gonna be real quick. Don't forget my, don't worry about my pajamas. But I'm trying to do this real quick. So this is what I use, the dental care kit. It comes with a powder. And of course I've been using this a lot, so it's a little messy. Powder and the liquid, a spoonie thingy. I need a lid. I'm trying to find another top. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see. I don't know, yeah, can y'all see this? Okay, right here. So I'm finna take a little powder. Okay, I don't really need that much because I'm just doing one gap. Can y'all see this? Just a bit. And I just eyeballed this. Like, it got the measurements and stuff. So what I do is I just try to mix it up. Can you see it? To try to make it like a little paste. And if it's too watery, I just add a little bit more powder. If it's too thick, then I add more. What's the name? I really just eyeball it. And you only want to make enough for the little, piece of gap that you're finna do, because it dries quickly. I mean, very quickly. Let me put a tad bit more. I'm trying to hurry up because, like I said, it dry real quick. Okay. So for me, I'm not that good at shaping, and I don't like putting it on the top, so for me, it helps me to do it from the back. Put it back there in between my gap. So I already brushed my teeth. What I'm finna do is dry off my teeth because you want it to be dry. Right? Alright. So I'm finna take it because it's now a paste. I might gotta look in the mirror for this. And I crack it against my gap. Mm. Ah. Mm. Cứ khi anh ngồi ghê quá. Aku cứ ngang ngọc ra. Khang ngọc cứ khang cứ ngọc cứ. Get it. That's it. I got Shari gonna lay here on my mouth open like this for about 30 minutes and it's gonna dry. So don't eat or drink anything until this fully dry. And I try not to let my tongue touch the stuff because I don't want to wet it. I want it to dry. And then I keep this or the towel to keep it dry. So that's normally what I do. I'm gonna feel my gap up. Y'all probably can't feel what I'm saying. So I'm right in there doing the voiceover, okay? So y'all can understand what I'm saying. Cause I know I'm sounding slow right now. Alright, good night y'all. I'm gonna go to bed, okay?
Okay, so it's now the next morning and I'm now able to tell y'all what I did, since it's dry. So as you can see, there's no gap. So what I did was I put it towards the back and filled the gap, and I not only just put it in the center right here, what's on my lip, but I put it like all over my two back teeth, to give it like more coverage and so it can hold. It lasts maybe about 3 weeks. Now if you do it too thin, it's just gonna chip off. But if you do it too thick, then your tongue gonna keep going to that spot because it's some foreign in your mouth, so it's kind of like in between thin and thick, just a nice little layer right there. And I finish it off, like do this right here so it can be straight. I don't have no filer or anything like that, so when I'm molding it, I try to do the best I can. I don't have a filer. I ain't that good. This is just something I do. I nigga rig, and it works for me. You might have to test it yourself and see what works for you, because I think I saw a girl on YouTube, like she actually sculpted hers on top and then she filed a little bit so you can still see the print, like the little line right there, to show that that's what their teeth in, so it won't look like one big tooth. But I don't know how to do all that, so I did mine from the back where it just fill it, temporary. Like I said, lasts by like 3 or 4 weeks depending on how you do it. You can eat anything in it. You have no restrictions. But like when I notice it's getting loose, because one of your teeth is shifting in a way. you know, as you age, as you eat, as you, you know, move, it kind of shifts a little bit. So it'll loosen a little bit. So yesterday I figured, you know, I think I bit down on a straw or whatever. This about like a whole month of me having it, and I felt it get a little loose. So it was loose enough for me to pluck it out. Now once it dry and you want to do something else to it, it's kind of hard to get it off. You might have to, you know, use something hard to, you know, scrape it off. I'm sorry, my voice, y'all. I just woke up. I might sound like a baritone. So it's trial and error, because I had this stuff for a long time, maybe 3 years, and I could not get it to look right. Like when I put it on top of my teeth, you see like a little white patch right there in the center, you know, because it was brighter than my other teeth. And then I'm like, okay, let me try to discolor it a little bit with some turmeric. Was nothing working. And like I said, throughout the years, I kept trying until one day I was like, let me put it in the back. And then press forward like that so it can come through. This is a close-up. You really can't tell at all. You know, so this, okay. The duration, as it's drying, it may feel a little bouncy. You know, right now it's hard. That's how I know that it's fully dry. And like I said, through the night, I try to keep my tongue away from that area and keep drying excess saliva, you know, away from it so it can actually dry. And through the day, if I feel like that it's chipping and I don't think it's as strong as it's supposed to be, I might go back and put another thin layer right back there. I think that's all. Like I said, it could last up to a month. I got it off Amazon. I don't remember the price, but it's not expensive. I think it's under $50. It's under $50. I don't even think it's $50, but you know, they be changing the price. Like when people start buying stuff, they be boosting the price up and all that. So I got it from Amazon. It got instructions in the box and everything, but I do what's best for me, what works for me. And what works for me is to make the consistency the way I think it should be for what I want to use it for. So that's that. Let me show the box again. Yeah, the dental care kit. I think it's now an orange box. I think they updated the packaging or whatever, but this is what it is. Dental care kit. Come with a liquid, a powder. It come with the powder scoop. It come with a mixing pad and a mixing spatula. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I did to fill my teeth. I did use aligners and it closed my gap, but you know, I had to keep wearing the retainers. Like, actually, where is my retainer? I was gonna show y'all, but I have retainers, and I actually still have the box, because you know, you keep all the retainers, all the aligners, and then you keep your retainer, you know. So if I wanted to go back to that, I probably have to start the process all over. But like I said, I got all, you know, it took 6 months to close the gap. But I noticed with my retainer, when I take my retainer out, my teeth start back to shift back. So like within 2 hours, I still my gap is coming back. I got tired of it because I feel like I got to wear my retainers all day to keep my gap closed. Like, what if I wanted my retainers out? My gap come back. So I'm like, let me figure out how to do this. And I figured out what was best for me. And this is I eat in it. I can smile. I don't got to worry about when I go out to dinner. You know, I go to dinner with no gap. And then while I'm eating, all of a sudden my gap appearing. Like, what in the world? Like, how she producing a gap? Like, I didn't want to. That never happened. That was just my thoughts. So, I didn't want it to be like that. So, and what you call them things? Everybody getting them veneers and all that stuff. That's too expensive, baby. I ain't got no money like that. Not yet. I ain't gonna claim that. You know, so this is what worked for me. I'd rather do a little scoop in that once a month and be okay. You know, that's cheaper. You know, maybe when I get like 40 or something like that, I probably ain't gonna care about my gap no more. Not that I really care for real. I like this. I like it. It's not, you know, that I was just super insecure of having a gap. You know, but this what works for me. So now that I know how to do it and fix it the way I want to, I can purchase like maybe 2 or 3 boxes at a time so I can know the next 4 years or 5 years I'd be good. And like I said, I had that box for like 3 years already, you know, of me trying. And I only got like 1 gap, so it's not that much that I'm using. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all what I do in case somebody else wanna fill that gap and not have the funds to get veneers and, you know, all that stuff. It's temporary. Like I said, you can eat in it, you can drink in it, you can drink coffee, tea. You don't have any restrictions, you know, but just make sure you brush your teeth before you do it. You dry your teeth, either this with like a towel or, you know, a throwaway wipe. I use either a towel or either I use one of these. You know, but make sure no lint is, you know, still on there. And I just mix it up to a pasty like I do to the back because it works for me. Try not to get it on your upper gum or whatever because it's not going to hurt, but it's just going to feel weird. It's just simple. It's just going to feel weird. And yeah, it's just trial and error. If I can do it, I think anybody else can do it because I don't be knowing what I'm doing. I just be nigga rigging stuff, you know, trying to find what works for me. Right now, I'm working on my pitted scarring, you know, on my face with facial steamer, micro needling. I got some advanced scar cream. I got resurfacing pads. Like, sometimes stuff is trial and error, and it's a process, you know. But this, I think is dope. So that's it, y'all. That's the end of the video. I just wanted to share the little hack I got. And if you got any questions, you can comment below. Peace. I got to get ready for work.